Hello everyone, and welcome to the first official one-on-one, technically, video with you guys, because the only other videos on this channel are the trailers for my new horror psychological short film coming out August 8th called Limina. Woohoo! Fireworks! Maybe, I don't know. We'll see if I put that in. It's coming out August 8th. You guys should go check it out. It is the first official short film in what will be many short films and other creative things. With a low budget of probably less than $1,000, and filmed in my own apartment. So it's very personal to me, and for what it's worth, it's pretty good, I would say, not being biased. But August 8th, you should go check it out. But we're getting to the meat in the grit of the topic today, and it's AI in film. Now, I'm a big vocal person about how I stand with AI, especially in creative fields like filmmaking or creative content. I think AI should be used as a tool. AI should be used to help. I've used AI like ChatGPT to ask it questions, especially when I'm editing. Going back to the short film, editing that, I would ask it, oh, how do I get this kind of effect if I'm not really sure how to properly use that effect? I'll do other things with it. I'll ask it, what's the steps to do a certain thing, especially with After Effects, which is another behemoth of a software that I'm trying out. A lot of other movie softwares have AI editing tools built into their softwares. I think Premiere Pro has this as well as others, but basically a masking tool AI. And basically, if you don't know what a masking is in editing, basically you cut out an object via your own dots, or you select a shape, get the object you want in the frame, and then in that frame, the object that you masked, you can either use different effects, you can blur it, you can color correct it, you can do different things from it that isn't part of the other frame. And a lot of the times, especially when a track or a scene is moving, they have AI just to track that masking. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. There are great ways to utilize AI to help make your creative decisions come to life. I have to say this out right before everyone gets mad. I do not agree with AI being used to create visual effects, to create a movie, to create voices, to use that is absolutely a no-go for me. Absolutely not. You will never see that from me, and absolutely not. You'll never see that from me. But what I wanted to talk about today is a new horror film that's coming out August 8th. Not Limina, but Weapons. I loved Barbarian. This is the same director as Barbarian, and he's creating a new movie called Weapons. And a lot of stir online came out from this trailer called Kiddo, for the movie Weapons. And basically, it's 30 seconds, and it's just kids' drawings. And a lot of people have, come out to say that, there is a bunch of AI being used in the trailers to pretty much. Let me see. I actually don't. Where is it? Yeah, right here. So here's a big one. That's part of it. So right here, this is very much like a stick figure, like drawing. It's a kid's drawing, and I believe that, as far as I know, this is not in the movie. This is just a trailer. I want to preface that. Preference. God, my vocabulary is all over the place today. Anyways, so basically we open up to these kids' drawings, and a big part of this is basically you can see that, the legs are pretty much, but then if you go back, I don't know if you guys saw that, but basically, if we can move back just a little bit, kind of like freeze frame it, and he's getting up. I don't know if you saw that. Hold on. Yep, so right here. So obviously there can always be mistakes with animation, especially animation like this. And what we're seeing here is, I don't even fucking know what that is. But the legs are fine, and then one second, it's like meshed up, and then the big part is basically this. So basically, we can see that his legs it's really messed up. It's like not correct. And obviously, when it comes to this is supposed to look like a kid's drawing. It's supposed to not look perfect. It's not supposed to look, it's supposed to look like a kid drew it. And that's fine. Animation styles, go with it. If this is the animation style that they wanted to do for this trailer, perfect. The problem is that it's obvious that this is just more than a mistake. And there's also another thing that happens too at the beginning of the trailer, where basically we start off with, this is at the beginning, I don't even know what the fuck that is right there, next to that other person, but it's basically, kids walking from school, and then, what's this? What's this? One person splits into two, and that's basically a problem that a lot of people are having, that like, it's obviously AI. Now, from what I've researched, I delved into Reddit, and basically a lot of people were saying that through AI detection tools, there was AI used, but it was the low percentage. Now, I don't know what AI detection tool they use, but a lot of people say that AI detection tools are always faulty, or can be faulty. There's not 100% true or 100% accurate. So with all these like AI detection tools that people have been using, we can't really take it as face value. We just kind of have to do it. And no one's come out to say that this trailer, whoever worked on this, it's AI, but from what we can tell from just the animation styles, it could be. So let me see if I can see anything else that other people haven't. I mean maybe right there, this could have been like, yeah, so, I'm not really seeing anything else that really sticks out. It's definitely just, like, supposed to look like bad animation, but obviously, AI should not be used in film. And a lot of people are going and saying that they're going to boycott this movie, they're going to not go see it, and because of the AI in this trailer. Now, prepare for what I'm about to say, because it might upset people, but I don't think you should boycott a movie like this just because the trailer is 30 seconds, but it goes into actual real life in 16 seconds. So for the first 15 seconds, there could have been AI used. Now, obviously, it doesn't look like the entirety is AI. It does look like it's real, it's animated. And if I'm not an animator, and obviously it's more than mistakes, but from I could guess is they used it and they just needed to get a trailer out, and they basically had to pump like that out in a certain amount of time. Like I said, I'm against AI. I'm against the use of AI, especially if it's creating the effect itself, if it's creating the scene, if it's creating the writing, if it's creating what you're looking at visually. If AI is there, that's a problem for me. So from this trailer, obviously the 15 seconds, it's not going to make me not going to want to go see the movie. I still want to go see the movie. Obviously, if I go see the movie and I notice it, or other people notice it, and there actually is AI used, obviously I'm going to be very upset. Yeah, so another recent movie that I actually fell in love with is Late Night with the Devil. Now, during the movie, it's basically like a live broadcast on Halloween night in the 70s, so it's very old style. And what they would have throughout the movie is these little like title cards saying like, kind of like a placement holder for ads or something like that, like a title card during the movie. And one of them popped up, and when this came out officially, everyone was like, oh my god, this is AI. And obviously you can tell just by looking at it, it's definitely off, and it's most likely AI. I can't remember if they confirmed it was AI, but I even know that it's AI. And I still love the movie. Everything else about the movie is great. I know for a fact that there wasn't any AI, as far as I'm aware of, any other AI used in the actual movie. Now, obviously, this upset a lot of people, and this did upset me at first, but it's not the movie, if that makes sense. Obviously, this is taken away from someone who has creative, artistic value, who could have made this, like, obviously. And the problem with this is costs, and a lot of people are doing AI because of cost, to cut costs. So going back to that trailer, maybe somebody like the greatest CEO of all time, David Fucknut over here, what a great man he is at Warner Bros. He probably said, let's go, let's chop up, we need to have this trailer out. And maybe that could have stressed everyone and be like, we need to finish this, maybe if I just put in some AI to make it better. Again, it is just a trailer. It is the 15 seconds of the trailer. I'm not going to take that as the movie is AI. I can't and I won't. Obviously, if there is AI in the movie, I'm going to be upset. But going back to the cost of everything, we had recently, earlier this year, James Cameron, who made great movies like Titanic, Avatar, Terminator, whose ego I disapprove of, but that's just me being me. So James Cameron talks about AI, and he basically goes on to say, and it's not just hypothetical, if we want to continue to see the kinds of movies that I always loved and that I like to make and that I will go see, Dune Part 2, or one of my films, or big heavy effects film, Marvel, CGI heavy films, we've got to figure out a way to cut the cost in half. Now, that's not about laying off half the staff and at the effects company. That's about doubling their speed to completion on a given shot. So your cadence is faster and your throughput cycle is faster, and artists get to move on and do other cool things and then other cool things, right? That, in theory, I agree with 100%. I agree that if you're going to use AI to help speed up a process, you could use it, as long as the AI is not the effect itself, if that makes sense. Like if you're sitting there and James Cameron comes over there, you're working on Avatar 23, and he comes over here, la la la, James Cameron comes over, hey, listen, hey, so I need you to stop halfway through what you're doing, and everything else needs to be AI. But sir, halfway through the effects, I know, everything else has to be AI. AI generate what you have now to continue it. If that's what he's talking about, absolutely not. I absolutely, no, that's a big no-no for me. AI is always evolving. Like 2 to 3 years ago, we had Will Smith spaghetti eating, and it was horrible. Now we have AI video, especially with Google VO3, and if you're on TikTok, the Bigfoot videos, and it's getting there. In 2 to 3 years, another 2 to 3 years, AI will be, I'm going to get scammed by the time I'm 30. Like not even 70, I'm going to get scammed by the time I'm 30. And that's also a problem. And what he's talking about, if there's a way in like Premiere Pro, for instance, or any other like effects software that can have your visual effects, your creative process, and like I said with the masking thing, maybe like the AI can like help speed up the process, not making the visual effects, but help it go along faster, where it does cut costs, where it does have good time management, then I do agree with that. Ben Affleck, another person who talked about AI, spoke about it. He said that what AI is going to do is it's going to disintermediate the more laborious, less creative, and more costly aspects of filmmaking. Affleck said in the comments that this will allow costs to be brought down, that will lower the barrier for entry, that will allow more voices to be heard, that will make it easier for the people that want to make Goodwill Hunting to go out and make it. And I believe that 100%. If AI can be able to do that to help other creative people, such as myself, put my foot in forward without AI taking over my shots, my scenes, without anything, I do agree that that is possible. And he also goes, AI is a craftsman at best. Craftsmen can learn to make stickly furniture by sitting down next to somebody and seeing what their technique is and imitating it. That's how large language models basically work, but they're just cross-pollinating things that exist. Nothing new is created. So, and he also goes on, if you've ever seen the video about this, he basically says that like when two actors are sitting down together, real human actors, not AI, you can improvise the scene, you can do so many takes, you can, do different emotions and different takes, and AI might not be able to do that right now, and it could in the next few years, but for right now, it just can't. It can't imitate that. And even, me saying in 5 years, I'm just going to put this out there, in 5 years, AI is going to become so real, especially with the videos, that, like I said, we might get scammed. I might get scammed. But to have that human emotion, to have that acting capability, AI just simply can't do that. So I think AI and acting is safe in that regard. And going back to what James Cameron said, AI, if there is a process where AI can be used to speed up the process, to lower costs, without taking away the creative process, without taking away somebody's visual effects expertise, without taking away somebody's acting, music, it should be done that way. And especially with movies that cost $200-300 million, and obviously I know that all that goes into a movie is a lot of money, but then you have production companies like A24 or Blumhouse who make $100 million budget into 10 different films. Like literally, Blumhouse has like 5 to 10 to $15 million movies, and they rank in almost triple, quadruple that. And so you have companies like that, and in the back of my head, I'm saying, well, why don't we do that? So I really don't know on that aspect. But I think that's it for today. AI should be used as a tool. AI should be used to help you. AI should not be there to create what you are creating. It should not be there to make it. You have to make it with the help of AI along the way if necessary, if you are using AI in a sense. So bottom line is I'm not going to go and boycott weapons unless, like I said, if I see AI in the movie, I'll just walk out. I'll just walk out. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about AI in film and what I think about it, and also to say hello and welcome to the channel. I would like to see this channel grow, especially with the short films that I make, the feature films that I make. And obviously my short film Limina, which also comes out on August 8th. So you could see 2 movies. You could go see Weapons and then go on YouTube to watch Limina. Or you could go to see Weapons, see that there's AI, walk out, and though, you know what? I'm going to watch something even better without AI. And that's Limina. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that and say hello to you guys. I don't even know if I said did I say my first name? My name is Gian, by the way. Hello. This channel is basically, like I said, a conglomerate of creative things that I want to do. Short films, filmmaking. I would love to do reviews, maybe even showcase my movies. I don't know, maybe not. I definitely want to tackle a lot of nostalgic gaming, PS2 stuff as presented in the background. I want to do a lot of things, and I want to do it well without AI, without generative AI. You will never see generative AI on this channel. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys stick around and subscribe. And like I said, August 8th is Limina and also Weapons, but I know you really want to go see Limina. So I would say, actually, if anything, watch Limina first and then Weapons. Or Limina and then don't go see Weapons. But the moral of the story is support your fellow movies unless it's fully made by AI, which we don't know yet. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's about it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.